Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition. And Bitcoin's been trending sideways in the mid to low or mid to upper 80s most of the week. Let's go to the chart. Share my screen. And it's my Bitcoin day chart. And you can see the last few candles are just sideways. Not much has really happened. Highest we've gotten was on Tuesday at 86.3. And then dip down yesterday, 83.5. So just in that range sideways. Could probably draw a new one here if I wanted to in the mid to upper 70s and up here in the mid to upper 80s. But we can see that pretty obviously from this chart. So Bitcoin going sideways. There's some more talk in the tariff world and also interest rates as well. So that may have something to do with the markets overall. I didn't really see anything that cutting edge to share today, but keep your eye on the financial news overall. Sometimes it has an effect on what happens with crypto. So that's Bitcoin, Ethereum sideways, trending down a little bit in the 1500s. 2500 seems like a long time ago. These ranges I drew in, earlier in the year, probably irrelevant now, but yeah, Ethereum's got a long way to go to get back to where it was earlier in the year. And then we probably need that to happen before we get the alt season that people are looking forward to. So overall, markets not great at the moment, but not bad either. So sideways sludge. Any questions or comments about the markets overall before we go to Altcoin Alert, see if we can find some day trades and swing trades? All right. Sorry I wasn't more compelling in my overall analysis, but what can you do? All right, Altcoin Alert. Easy mode is off. Altcoin radar selected. Got all the columns here. Going to refresh, get the most current information. And I'll do my first sort by AA score. On the AA scores, I'm looking for values 80 and higher. I'll cheat a little in the 70s sometimes. But there just haven't been that many bullish on the last few Zoom calls I've done. We're in the low 70s here on some coins I don't really know. I got Celestia up in the upper 60s. I've traded that before, but nothing else really worth looking at. So I'm going to bail on the AA score, head over to social activity. I'll sort by that, and I'll match that up with trading activity. This is the one I use the most to find coins to track throughout the day. Okay, got Fire on IOST on Storage. I do like this coin. This one can be volatile and good for day trading. So let's look at that one. Go to my list. And there it is. Okay, this is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart. Supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo for support and resistance. Resistance is the red zone up here, support the green zone down here. And the RTI relative trend index I use for alerts and entries. Cumulative Delta trend-based trading for confirmation. But it's mostly the RTI and support and resistance is what I use for entry. So at the moment, the RTI looks like it broke above the 80 and then dipped back down to the 50. So kind of in no man's land. The ideal entry is something like this, where it breaks below the 20, then shows some strength and breaks back up. dip and retrace, and entry here would have led to 7%, stayed in longer, 12%. Those are great exit points for day trades. Taking resistance into consideration. So that would have been a great trade, but we're too late for that one. That was back on Wednesday. So we'll set an alert and wait for the next circumstances. Right click on the RTI, add an alert. Choose crossing up on the 20. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on all day. Custom aim, I usually use my information source for that. Social activity sort. If you type this in a few times, TradingView will remember it. That's the settings portion of the alert, the notifications, notify an app on my smartphone, show toast notifications, pop up on my laptop computer, play a sound also on my laptop, and there's a few to choose from. Yeah, I often use Chirpy or 3 notes reverb for my day trades, Handbell for my swing trades. Click create and you're good to go. I'm gonna do mine a little bit differently. I'm trading both directions of the market, so I'll take short trades too. So the best alert for that is instead of crossing up, choose entering a channel, put 80 on top, 20 on bottom, and the rest is the same. Go 3 notes reverb. And that should show up over here in my alerts. And there it is. So. All right, so if this breaks above the 80 and then dips back down again, kind of like this, then that can be an entry for a short. And then I already showed you the long entry. So that's how the RTI works and the day trade layout. The swing trade I do has some similarities. I'm using the supply and demand visible range again for support and resistance, but I have the SuperTrend indicator for entries and alerts because it's very alert friendly. Trendilo LSMA, so moving average for confirmation. I got some background noise, so if you're just joining, please mute and unmute if you want to say something. The Trendilo just turned red and hit the red zone on resistance on the 1 hour chart. So I think we're late for this one. Okay, I gotta stop my share and mute all. Okay. All right, back to stores as a swing trade. So the 1 hour chart's not looking that good for an entry. So in this case, for situation, I'll go to 4 hour chart and see if we have better retrace. Looks like we were in better shape on this one in March. So if we got in now, went to the red zone, 8%, top of the resistance, be just above 10%, 10 to 11%, not bad. But it could take 22 days for 11%. Given the current market, not bad, but swing trading has been difficult lately. The market just hasn't been moving enough positively to pick up those kind of returns. So I haven't done much swing trading lately. So set alert on the 4 hour chart. Right click on the super trend. You can leave on the direction change if you want to trade both directions. If you want to catch the next buy signal, select buy only once. Social activity sort. Notifications, I might want to change your sound. handbell or fault or one of those. But I'm not loving this setup, so I think I'm going to pass on this as something to follow for a swing. Any questions on storage as a swing or day trade? Okay, let's see what else we can find in Altcoin Alert. So you can often find multiple coins to track using the social activity sort. I just looked at one, but you know, Bella, GMX, yeah, that's about it. So market's just not that bullish right now. 1 hour projected range. Okay, this is a little interesting. Seller has positive values in both the upper and lower, 2.68%, and the average isn't great, but let's check it out anyway. So this one's above the 80 at the moment. So set an alert on the RTI. Go crossing up. If you want to catch the next dip, if you want to trade both directions, entering a channel. 80-20 once per bar close, custom name, social again. And that one's ready. Actually, I think I used the wrong name, but the names don't really matter that much. 1 hour chart. Yeah, we're late on this one. So you might want to catch the next buy signal on the super trend. 4 hour chart. So lots of retrace room on this chart. So if you got in now, you retrace 30%, 22 days. That would be a good swing trade. So that's intriguing. Be a longer swing trade that I would usually like, but more than 1% a day if it did retrace back to where it was before, over 1 cent. So yeah, seller looks pretty good on either one of those. All right. Wow. See, that was the 1 hour projected range, right? Okay, let's look at our sentiment sorts. Short-term sentiment. Only got 18 in the bullish area. Match that up with the hourly, Elder Impulse hourly. So we have a sentiment score and a technical indicator. Do we have any matches? No. It's been more difficult lately to get matches on short-term sentiment. So long-term sentiment's usually the better choice. Match that up with Elder Impulse Daily. And Fun Token we looked at on Monday. And GMX, I don't know that one. XRD. Let's look at GMX. Okay, it's on Kraken, crypto.com, and then a bunch of foreign exchanges. Volume's not looking good. Hmm. Let's look at, oh, that's capital.com. See if it's on Blowfin or one of those other ones that it's not really restricting anyone yet. Yeah, it's on Blowfin. And volume looks pretty good. So this one is below the 20 on the RTI, but mostly going sideways. It's faked out a couple times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I don't know if I trust this one, but if you want to get in now, if it caught a move to the red zone, 8%, that's a great day trade. So that would be doable. Or you can catch the next alert. Crossing up on the 20, or trading both directions, entering a channel, 80 and 20. Either of those would work. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. The 1 hour chart. So it's in a sell now on the super trend. Trendilo is pointing straight down, and we're coming out of the red zone. So this is a no trade at the moment, but you might want to catch the next signal on super trend. Right click, go with the buy, and then you know the rest. So GMX has potential, at least technically. So there you go. Any questions on GMX as a day or swing trade? Well, this Zoom might be shorter than some of the others because Altcoin Alert hasn't been as forthcoming with trades as much as usual. Now, another thing you can do, especially if you trade both directions, is sort the opposite. Sort for bearish. So got short term here on US, well, stable coin. Ocean bearish on both. Uniswap bearish on both. These I don't know. Flare, say, looked at that before. Chromia. So some of these have been beaten down enough that they're due for a recovery. Others are just trending down, and you might want to jump on that trend. Let's look at Uniswap. So Uniswap just dipped below the 20 and broke back up. The altcoin alert data is negative, but technically this is a pretty good entry. So if you did get in now, just on the retrace basis or dip and retrace, you'd have not quite 2%. I don't know if that's risky, worth the risk. Let's look at the swing trade on this. So it's near the green zone, but Trendilo just pointed down. We are in a buy. So if you took this now, resistance here at 2%, here again at 5.7, and up here at 9%. Not loving that, but you guys do what you want to do. You can also just set an alert and catch the next buy signal. So maybe it dips down and catches the buy signal. A little better configuration with the Trendilo as a confirmation. That's possible as well. So, all right. Any questions on Uniswap and or Altcoin Alert as a tool in general? Like I've shown you guys or explained before, I use it to find what's moving that day. And most of the time it's useful. Today. It hasn't been as useful as it usually is, but that's more of a function of the market conditions. A holiday coming up in the US, that may have something to do with it. Holidays generally bring down the overall volume in markets. So questions, comments, wild
Um,
prognostications? Go ahead,
are
Craig.
you at the end of your main part?
Yes.
Yeah. I was just thinking it might be quite a nice time to set a stink bid in Solana. So I was wondering what you might consider a good level for that would be.
All right. Stinky Solana. So it's moved up to 135 and it's shown got some pretty hard resistance there. But a
Yeah.
green candle printing at the moment on the hour chart. Um,
Yeah, I meant to get
Down to
in at around
120s.
124
Yeah.
and I didn't because I didn't
Uh,
set an order. I was just going to do it and then it started moving up.
hmm,
And then I decided to wait until it came back down again.
yeah. There's some support here in the low 100s. So I'd say around 105 would be a good entry for a stink. Even down here, just below 100, be another. The more likely to be filled would be something up here in the more immediate, more recent support around 125. Say 124 be another place to enter.
Mm.
And
I think that sort of 124 is more likely
yeah,
if you want to get it, and maybe ladder in if it goes lower.
that's probably a better approach. I agree with Craig. If you want to get in on Solana, set a low bid around $10 or so less than what it is now, and keep some funds aside to get back in case we have another retrace down in the low 100s. All right, thanks for that question, Craig. Um, Anyone else? Anything to add on this? All right. I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for joining me just before Easter, and have a good weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
See ya.